Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Rise of the Tomb Raider. And we're to that point where we're in an open world. The game is going to start becoming a little bit more of a game. We're going to be able to start running around and do whatever we want to do instead of having the story just tell us what we're supposed to do. That being said, there's going to be a lot of fences from what I've seen, so it's still not going to be a completely open section. A lot of barriers, a lot of creatures to kill. I wonder if I could use maybe a poisonous gas cloud to kill a bunny. It's not worth the XP though. When you get 35 XP for shooting, for finding a collectible, and you only get 10 for shooting a rabbit, one would assume that this area here is connected to something. If it is, not yet. So we're gonna just kind of rush. Maybe if I get a time slowdown element. Oh, darn it. Yep. I could spend a lot of extra time trying to craft arrows. But before we move the story forward and go through that area, let's sneak over here. There's this cave, and there's a challenge. I suppose we should have looked at that. The challenges for this area are to destroy 10 red laptops, burn 7 posters, and explore 5 caves, and cut down 7 flags, which I don't even have a knife, so I can't cut down the flags right now. This cave is a little weird because it is linear, but it's confusing enough that you would think for a second that it isn't linear and that you're getting a little lost. This is the second time we've mined in a cave and we still have no use for the mining ingredients. So, we're still sort of rushed. I don't want to...
Kokos of Nicaea, the astronomer.
My Greek is now up to level 3. So I don't want to spend a lot of extra time in this cave because it frustrated me the first time I played it. Something up there, but there's also something down this way. So, like this cave, I was afraid to go down because I figured it would lead to a new area. And that caused me to move in what would be the right phrase? I don't know. I don't know how you would phrase it. caused me to move in small steps, cautiously, in an instance where it didn't really need for me to be cautious. And so, because I moved overly cautious and fearful, I don't think I collected this last time.
A prophet must have his followers. Kokos of Nicaea was one of the prophets first. Branded a heretic in his home city, Kokos joined the pilgrimage north. His knowledge of the stars helped guide the way. It is said that Kokos and the prophet would sit for hours under the stars debating the nature of the universe and man's fraught place within it. For the prophet, he built an orrery of planets and stars, so that even during the dark of winter, he might gaze upon the night sky.
Well, that's certainly not one of the 12 disciples, unless Kokos of Nicaea was renamed to something like John the Baptist. So maybe it is more of a case that this is a false prophet. Or maybe what the story... It would be kind of controversial if the story turned out that no, this actually was the right prophet and people who followed Christ were misled. So you have to be a little careful here because I very easily may have missed something. Like there could have been a pile of coins that I didn't see. There could have been a turn in this. These murals on the walls don't seem like they're translatable. And we push it and inside we find an ancient bow part. So we'll have to find several other ancient bow parts to craft ancient bow, which one would assume that would improve our ability to shoot and do less damage. Can I reach this? What's the trick here? Yeah, I don't think I've been through this area. This cave is deceptively difficult. Just the fact that there's no map and there's no marker makes it a pain. I suppose I could do the old maze trick and see. Try to stay on the left side or the right side of everything. And that way, eventually I would have seen all of it on the map. This took me this way. So I have no confidence, but I think I've seen everything now. And collected several items that I did not collect the first time. Well, I may very well come back after I have a full map of this area and realize that I didn't collect everything that needed to be collected. Let's just move the story forward. Just Even trying to get out of this small section is proving difficult. That's not a very video game cave. That's like a real world cave. Alright. Let's get back into gameplay.
Nothing I can do for him now.
All units just got... First day in Siberia, and it happens.
So the game
2
pauses
years in
when you
Afghanistan
listen
and
to
another
this.
in Indonesia, nothing. But one day out here on the ice, and pop, I get a kill. Watch the man's eyes go glassy as he begged me for something. Not Russian, no clue. I waited with him and watched. 1 minute he was there, and next, nothing. Just meat. I got sick on the snow, all mixed in with the kid's blood, but he's just meat now, and I'm alive. Constantine keeps telling us we're out here for a special reason, tells us we're doing God's work. I'm starting to see that now. Word. Constantine is on his way down from the prison.
We're going to try to do all these
before he arrives.
Encounters.
Hey, can anyone hear me?
Stealthily.
God damn it, we gotta get
because it
comms
gives
back
me
up.
extra XP. So, ideally, I want to do that finisher attack for everything. But I don't know if I really have the patience. Man, every time. It seems like every time. So we're
Never seen
introducing
anything
this.
like that. Crazy son of a bitch. Rushing 3 armed men with an axe?
I don't know how they managed to take one of them alive.
Who
So
the
we're
hell
gonna
are these
distract
people?
Initial
one
recon
guy
said there was an old village
go
up in
that
these
way,
mountains, but they expected
and then we'll
farmers.
take 'em out.
Thought they'd surrender without firing a shot.
Farmers. Shit.
You hear that? I'll go look.
Don't go far.
So plus 50 for stealthy. And so that extra XP I think is going to come in handy. See, it seems like you'd be able to just jump up here and shoot this. Shoot that nest, but it seems like they're placing nests just kind of at random. Now you can't really hold on to the bottles. You drop them after a while. Wow, I am full of poison arrows, which I guess I could have been using those. Here. There's some more bottles here if necessary. The bottles aren't full of alcohol, so they don't explode if you throw them in the fire or anything. Almost missed a crate there. I really wish there was some more open world platforming here instead of it being very linear. Let's see, how many collectibles have we gotten? Not even that many. A lot of this salvage that we're getting, it doesn't even connect as a collectible.
There's more of them arriving.
So,
Until we get someone out here to shut that pump off, I want those crates as far away from the fire as possible. Double time. There's ammo in there, and we can't afford to lose it.
Haven't heard any shots for a few minutes now. I think we're in the clear.
Stay alert until we get the comms reestablished with the prison. We're on our own out here.
Survival instincts show enemies that are in red and yellow.
Not for me to say. We took one of the natives alive to question him, but it cost us 3 men. I'm guessing the man wants to know what they find out.
So,
Constantine expects more from us.
if
Now someone's gonna pay for that mistake.
they are in yellow,
Prioritize the live
they
rounds,
won't
and keep
be
them separate
seen
from rations.
when you shoot them.
Got a feeling we'll want those in easy reach.
Yes, sir. Take a look. Understood. Better take it out. Shit. Most of these rations were burned in the blast. I think this one's a loss.
So, ideally,
We should set traps around the perimeter. I can rig up a few surprises with this stuff.
we can try to do all of this. Now that is a very, very different way from how I played this the last time. Last time it was not stealthy at all, to put it mildly. I got up here, I shot people, I shot fire, I threw some of these explosive lanterns into the fire. There are still some people around, I think, but they're on the second floor. And this works nicer. It feels like I actually know what I'm doing in this instance. And yeah, there's a couple of these, more of these here. Finally, get some feathers for that. Maybe I need to pull all the way back. Nope, that's not the only issue. It just seems like it falls at certain angles. And here we have, I believe, linen. Maybe stolen. One of the two, I would guess. Is there anything collectible over here? You'd think that maybe you could break that. Now, for fun, if you want to, you can do this and waste your arrows, but it doesn't really do anything other than waste arrows. So I wouldn't recommend wasting your time on it. I have to be a little careful. Some more arrows. And see, I got 75 stealthy for getting that far.
I know I've taken some jobs of
Without
questionable
setting off an
legality,
alarm.
and I know you're not happy about it. But I couldn't pass up this contract. Been trying to get work with Trinity for years. They're discreet, the pay is obscene, and they always have opportunities. Now here I am, and I already want out. We're at an abandoned Soviet installation in the middle of nowhere. No one's telling us low-level contractors what's going on, but I think I might be helping some seriously scary people get a nuke or something equally awful. Honestly, that's the best-case scenario. Ping me back if you get this. I've carved out a secure channel on the network. For an operation like this, you'd think they'd have better security, but I guess that's why they hired me.
So there's a item here, and the last time I got to this point, I couldn't read it. Let's see if we can read it now.
An old Soviet plaque. Lenin lived. Lenin lives. Lenin will live forever.
So I missed something in the first playthrough that made it impossible for me to read that, which kind of sucks. But I guess I've fixed it. And there was a guy here that was throwing grenades at me, or claimed he was throwing grenades. He said he was throwing grenades, and I took him out. And I got the extra XP, and I have 2 of 4 of the pieces of the semi-automatic rifle. And we're climbing around a tower in a different way. At least we're not Assassin's Creed climbing a tower around the edges. And see, this is weird. It looks like you might be able to jump down there and survive, but almost certainly not. Where we are on the map points to an area that's not really connected to anything. There probably should be some kind of recovery area that would walk you back over to this point, but no. So instead you step on that and then have to jump over here and climb over here and climb into that. Looks like I would survive that fall. Again, if you fell down there, I imagine you would just die. And see, this is a kind of guaranteed section of gameplay that tells you you can't go any further. So, kill the rat first of all, then blow this up, and these respawn as soon as you turn your back to them, so we can try to kill more rats to get a couple of XP. Come on, rat, where are you? Where'd you go? 2 XP actually puts you out of sync with anything else, because the minimum increment I've seen up to this point has been 5 XP, or multiple of 5. Well, I think the rat got away. And you can try and shoot it all you want. I guess these aren't gonna refill now that I've blown up that doorway. Well, at least I found some salvage that I didn't find that last time. Let's see. Yeah, you're just not gonna hit a rat like this. It's just not gonna happen. And it's the rabbits all over again. Maybe you could do a poison gas cloud, I suppose. I guess that works. And then craft some more poison dart arrows. So maybe I'll try the poison gas
We're out of time.
basket.
He'll talk or he'll bleed out.
So this guy either shot himself or got shot. And that's the same face model of several other instances of characters we've seen. So this guy's about to get shot.
Not just you.
I want headshots, as many as possible.
Just do it!
And you don't really need to heal yourself. Just wait, and you'll be fine.
The Red Army is coming. I've been tracking them for weeks, watching as hundreds of men build the iron monstrosity across the ice. Men have died, their frozen bodies left scattered in the tundra. No rites of passing, no burial or burnings. These new invaders are cruel, godless men. Do they come seeking the precious metals of the mountain? Or like so many before them, are they drawn here by the divine source? My people must again prepare for war.
So they know about the divine source? And now that you have a gun, you're kind of in a weird position where no longer do you really need to focus too much on on shooting with an arrow. Instead, I can say take this rat and try and shoot him with a bullet. I'm still not sure that would be the best move, though. It's probably better to do something like that. Still. There's nothing more you can loot on his body, I guess. I guess technically you've already looted that guy. And we just jump through here. And he's still alive.
Adios, Dios. Adios, prophetess. They imprisoned. God.
Unfortunately, to open this,
No.
you need a lockpick. And that's just something we don't have. Nor is it something you even get from this guy. He's still alive. Maybe if I waited and let him be killed, both times I saved him, and it doesn't end up with me getting a lockpick. Let's go and talk to him. Oh, he's dead. Seriously? So maybe there was a significant timer on that. Maybe he would have taught me how to... I can't hit Y or anything right now. And look, it won't let me shoot him. He's labeled as a friend. And I can't shoot blocks with guns or anything. So at this point, you refill your arrows, you refill your bullets, you're good to go. There's nothing in this area. And we'll just be back to this section. There. We'll have to come back to this section later on, which will be awkward because that means we'll have to fast travel to this area and then transverse all the way to this area, which has taken us quite a long time. It honestly may take us another 30 minutes just to get from here to there. It takes a rather long amount of time to get from point A to point B. We do have one skill point, so that's good. I suppose when we start looking, like almost all 25 cloth, almost 15 out of 30 salvage things. We're at max feathers. Oil hasn't been introduced. Boar fat hasn't been introduced. Deer antlers are still at 5. Exotic hides are at 2. Still 13 of 20 magnesite cores. 1 of 10 bear hides. 1 of 20 technical parts. 64 of 850 coins. So it kind of feels like we're half full on inventory, and we've yet to even figure out what the inventory is mostly for. And we were at, I believe, 14% last time. So this is the final save file from my first playthrough, and I guess we were at 12% last time. And where are we now? 13%. Yeah, that seems about right. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.